FUE hair transplant has been getting better and better in the last few years, to the point that we felt like we need more efficiency. We need to make it a little bit faster, a little bit more. The grafts should be a little more safer as we transplant them. The old methods were not responding anymore. Using the forceps to grab them and occasionally hurt the grafts, or using the typical implanters that needs a big team of people to load and place the grafts. So we thought we should have a device that has the capability of each person being able to load and plant their own grafts, and also it should be something that we don't have to squeeze the grafts and grab them and minimize the trauma that might be involved with manipulation of the grafts.
The Mohebi Implanter is the newest innovation in hair restoration. It has many benefits, one being that the newest technician without any experience placing can place just as fast as an experienced technician without much training.
Mohebi Implanter is very easy to use and learn. New technicians who come on board and we want them to get started using this, they'll learn it usually within a week. Old method hair transplants, when we were planting the grafts with forceps, technician needs months, usually at least 6 months, to have some reasonable speed. So the new technician who have never been exposed to this procedure can learn it as early as 7 days.
Mohebi Implanter works well with all cases, even the most challenging ones, such as African American hair or fine hair, coarse hair, curly hair. It allows the technician to load the graft and place it without damaging the follicle. So the Mohebi Implanter is great for not damaging the follicle. The technicians will have the follicles on their fingers, and then as they load them, they don't come in contact with the follicles at all. Prior to this device, technicians were using forceps and they used to have to grab at the bottom, which could cause damage to it, especially when they'd have to push it into the site. But with the implanter, with the sites already made, or even if they're not made, if they're gonna be using a sharp implanter, the shaft and the follicles are protected at all times with the covering of the implanter. When we have a new technician start, if we were still teaching them how to place with the traditional method of just forceps, it could take easily 5 to 6 months for the technician to really feel comfortable with placement and also have it where the grafts aren't being damaged. With the Mohebi Implanter, a new technician could be placing just as fast as an experienced technician, easily within 1 month.
The way that we do hair transplant and the way that more and more doctors are getting involved and doing the procedure is when we put the grafts in as soon as we start extracting. So we all make the sites, the incisions, and as we extract the grafts, we place them. So there's a team of people working around patient's head. I'm excising the grafts, one technician removes them, and 2 technicians place the grafts as we extract them. So if you imagine the patient's head doesn't have that much room around it. So you need to have a device that people don't need 2 hands to use it. They can go with 1 hand, load and place, and they can stay back. It cannot get too close to the patient's head, otherwise there's not enough room for everyone. If you want to have 2 placers to be as fast as possible during the procedure, we need to have this device so people can stay back, load and place as we're extracting the grafts.
When using the Mohebi Implanter, it allows the technicians to place the grafts on their finger. They can scoop it in with the implanter and then go to the sites that doctor has already made. The technician is able to push down on the device, which will allow the graft to come out of the implanter and sit onto the scalp where it should lay. The Mohebi Implanter comes in 2 convenient sizes. We have our smaller size, that's a 0.8, and this is good for single grafts. This will allow the technician to place the hairline. And then we have our second size, which is a size 1, and you can put 2, 3, 4, and multiple hairs beyond 4 in them, and they could do the rest of the head.
I think Mohebi Implanter has helped us to increase the efficiency of the procedure, and the placement with higher quality without damaging the grafts could be done much faster, and the average time that implanters are using to plant the grafts are probably cut down to half.